I would like to inform the fans who are monitoring every last moment of this journey. I did speak to 4 Extras on the phone on Friday. Now, I will reveal to the people, he was not 100% happy with me. He felt like it was weak for me to be on a podcast with people that he perceives as ops and to ask them what they thought about the situation with his blowing up of his hand. And I get that because realistically, this is an op-friendly podcast. There's a lot of people on here who certain people get along with, don't get along, etc. I think he even felt a way about King Pill being on the podcast. We can get into that Zest arc in a moment and everything. But he did feel a way about that, and it was a little bit of a threatening or like an angry vibe to it. Like, pull up on me in the studio. I want to talk to you. Just me and you. I want to talk to you. And I'm like, ooh. I'm like, what are you doing for Extra? Why you acting like that? Why you acting like you a little mad at me? What is that? And he's like, nah, just pull up to the studio. I want to talk to you. And I kept pushing, and that's when he revealed that at least the thing that he wanted to mention that he was annoyed by was me talking to people that he doesn't get along with about his hand or whatever. My response to that really is like, bro, we talk about current events. You blowing up your hand was the biggest thing of that week. I'm on a podcast with people that you don't technically get along with. We talking about it. I'm sorry, man. That's just how this goes. Anyway, the next day, and I haven't spoken to him since then. I actually gave him a call this morning. And he didn't pick up. I don't know how late he's sleeping in at this point. But the next day, I got contacted by 2 different people in this content space who told me that they had conversations with him about his request to be paid handsomely for an interview. They both informed me that they spoke to him, that they turned him down, and then they told me how the conversation went. I didn't reach out for this information. They just reached out to me. So 4 Extra is out there digging for gold, trying to find someone who wants to invest in his comeback tale. As far as if his return interview will be on No Jumper, I don't know. I'm waiting to speak to him. So I will have to leave you guys in wait for that information.
So people have been in him up, or he reached out to 2 people in this space that we know?
He definitely reached out to Vlad, and Vlad was not feeling it. Vlad said that when he requested that he didn't even make him a counter offer because he just felt like it was so outlandish that it was just not even close.
He's standing on that 50 bands?
I mean, he's shooting for the 50 bands. I don't know where he's going to land, but for sure then, I mean, I assume he does one high-priced interview maybe at some point, and then he comes and speaks to me afterwards and tells me, oh, let's get back to a regular content schedule. But the thing about it is that it's like, if he's playing hardball, I'm playing hardball. So when it comes time to renegotiate, who knows where we land. So, the people out there, you can all wait. You'll find out more information in the near future, but that's where I'm at as far as the 4 Extra return.
You know what I was thinking he could have did too? He could have went Yale or Oprah and taught fire safety classes.
Another option.
That'll probably open up the door for around the number he thinks he wants.
Wax's argument was like, well, maybe you could afford the $50K, but you need him to do a reenactment.
Whoa.
I don't think that's
exactly what happened.
I would not ask him to do that.
That'd be worth £50 for sure.
I have to.
The dramatic reconstruction. We get an actor.
I would not ask.
We get an actor in to play him.
Man.
I have to say this about you, Adam. You don't understand why 4 Extras would be upset at you for talking with his ops about his hand, but then you were kind of mad at King Pill for saying that the hand situation was a hoax. You put the text up like the homie just lost his hand, and you over talking about it's a play.
Okay, I wasn't mad at him for saying that because for sure, like a lot more significant people than him said that. Joe Budden was on his podcast talking about how he thought it was fake. Matt Hoffa was talking about how he thought it was fake. I was personally annoyed by King Pill DMing me or texting me over and over and over saying that it was fake when it's like 10 hours after it happened when everybody knew it was real. I personally found that annoying. But also, listen, if 4 Extra wants to go get his money somewhere, by all means. Will that affect negotiations as far as how his future on No Jumper looks? Probably, yeah.
I'm just pointing out that I could see why 4 Extras would be upset.
4 Extra is welcome to take bad business and financial advice from whatever one-armed crackhead like Charleston White that he wants to. That's totally fine.
You been T-Rail. Stop it.
Sorry. He's one. I do have T-Rail on the brand. He has one eye, not one arm. But it kind of reminds me of when Academics was kind of getting at me by telling T-Rail and AD that they should be getting paid $200K a month from No Jumper or whatever, and kind of tricked them into thinking that they were actually worth such an absurd amount, and then they left, and absolutely nothing has happened to them since. So, I mean, for sure, like, for extra, if he wants to take that advice, if he wants to really go hunting for that 50K, that's cool. But, I personally, I would stick with the ones that you came in the game doing content with and not be holding out for this crazy bag. Because what if that bag never comes?
It might be too late as well. He needs to.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, should we go to the 4Extra Instagram and watch his return clip with the red outfit?
The promo one.
Well, not the one that he did in the promo at the one shop. I think we should do the one where he's wearing all red. Just Google 4Extra Instagram.
Oh, I'm dying to know how much he got paid for the promo post.
Yeah, for real.
Watch this.
He must have got a 50K for that.
Because I kind of, all right, this is my only criticism of this video, is that it kind of feels like by doing this, you're taking some of the weight away from the interview because what you're saying in this video is kind of like a lot of what you're going to be saying in the interview. So let's check it out.
Crenshaw the Fed, Vernon Avenue, I'm back. Off the back, I'm back. On Vernon Avenue.
I'm back.
Dead home, but I came to make this video for all my supporters and all my fans, and to everybody that show love and gave support around this world. That's what I came to make this video for everybody around this world. On Vernon Avenue, I had to make this video for all the supporters and all my fans around the world. Off the back on the dead homies. Just for every real nigga around the world and every real female around the world, and to all the little kids that show support around the world. On Vernon Avenue, off the back, I gotta show y'all support and give my respect to y'all. On the dead homies, I love y'all. That's off the back, off my back, off the back. Nigga, off the back, I ain't gonna stop saying it. Nigga, that's from my heart. On the dead homies, on Vernon Avenue crib, dead homies. Thank you for all your support, for all your love, for being here from around this world, everybody from around this world, for every real nigga, every real female, for being there for me, support, showing up, showing your love, nigga, to everybody in the industry that showed your love, that showed your support. Shout out to Kevin Gates that done pulled up, nigga, a real Vernon Avenue on the dead homies. You forever locked in on Vernon Ave, nigga, on hood. To every real nigga around this world and shot me out from the end of the street to the ghetto, to the blocks, to the streets, to the schools. On the hood, nigga, I love you. On Vernon Avenue, off the back, on the dead homies. That's real nigga and real female shit. On the dead homies, on the hood. And I always say, live it like you love it. I had to love that one on Vernon Avenue, on the dead homies. I had to make this video to every real female and every kid, to everybody.
This is really 3 minutes, huh?
Vernon Avenue, I had to make it. On the dead homies. And I'm healing up quick. I'm healing up quicker than you think. So on Vernon Avenue, nigga, dead homies, you better be ready. This the only thing it did was open doors and make me a more animal.
More animal. Yeah, he's crazy.
He exhausted his lexicon.
Look, I was telling Emo, I'm like, this nigga don't do no drugs. He might hit a little fast as fuck, but he don't do no alcohol.
Yo, he
no
might
drugs.
still be on pain pills right now. Because I know he was when it first happened. I also know he's like super anti-pain pills, so it was like his first time ever being on. So I don't know. I mean, me personally, I'm just saying, I'm Switzerland. Whatever he wants to do, he could come holler at me after the fact. I just, it's kind of a weird feeling when you feel like you have a good business relationship with somebody and then they decide that they want to massively increase the amount of money that they're asking for. But at the same time, I can't hate on his game. If he wants to go try to get that, but he can't be upset when my perspective is a little bit different when he comes back and tries to renegotiate another deal.
Well,
So,
Adam,
Adam,
get
let me
your
ask
bread,
you.
though, my nigga.
Let me ask you a real question, right? What can you, if you can talk about it, what was the situation before this happened? Because I'm assuming it seemed like 4Extras was popping up on No Jumper. He was a regular. I don't know what the deal was, what the contract was, if he was exclusive. Has whatever agreement you had with him just been torn apart by what's happened, or is there still something in place between you guys?
The way that happened was, I forget how long ago. It was a while ago, but I was like, listen, let's do an exclusive deal. I'll pay you X dollars a month, and we're going to do that for 3 months, and then we'll revisit. And if your value has gone up and it seems like you're just absolutely crushing it, then maybe we end up doing more, or maybe, it slows down a little bit. We end up having to decrease that amount a little bit. He said, cool. He was hyped. The problem is that out of the 3 months that we were told that we were going to pay him for, it's like, you know, a week later he gets locked up and he's gone for 2 months, and then he gets locked up. He's out again for 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden he's gone again. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's like we never really had like a consistent span of time in which we were doing content. So I have lost track of how much we've basically paid or how much content he owes us or whatever. But he was still in the same deal that we had been talking about previously. I think he's just trying to figure out what his value is elsewhere. You know what?
Wouldn't Josh, since he handles payroll, know the exact amount you gave 4 extras?
I know the exact amount. He probably.
Well, that's what we want to know. We
We're
want to
not
know how much money you gave
I'm
us.
telling you the exact amount. I'm just telling you how
Give
many.
us
We're not
the exact
disclosing
amount.
that, but
No, what's Remo?
No, we not pocket.
not
watching.
Don't say the exact
I mean, that's
amount.
what he's
Don't say the exact
asking,
amount.
and
But what
he's
I want
like-
to know, forget the exact amount. But what I want to know is, it's like, was that renegotiation up for grabs, or did you kind of say when he got arrested last time, a week after you signed the agreement, was that kind of on you to sort of say, well, we're going to let this agreement fizzle out a bit because you've got yourself arrested? Like, is it kind of like gone back around now where it's like you kind of wish you had a firm agreement now while he's the hottest property? But you
I mean,
don't?
for me, it's like I don't really feel the need to do contracts with people, because it's like if you want to do content and with us, then we can do it, and if you don't want to do it, then we can just not do it. So it's like I don't really see the value of having somebody locked in a contract, because nobody's like it's going to cost too much to fight that contract that it's just basically like worthless to have it. It's like, from my perspective, we're either just going to work together, and then if you want to go, you can go. And if you end up owing me money on the month that we paid you for, like 4 extra, or excuse me, 607 up, we paid him for a month. He dipped out after like a week and a half. So,
Crackhead.
you know, if he comes back, I'm not really expecting him to ask for money again if he comes back and does more content for another week or whatever.
Dude,
But
he's gonna come back and put a voodoo spell on you. And every dude, he's
been hitting me up nonstop. He claims he's
whipping
coming
up
back
the
this week.
juju right
He says
now.
he's coming back this week.
He gonna spray your ass with some shit. You gonna be up. Your hair gonna start falling out again.
He needs to be careful because 4 extras back outside. He's got the cast.
he was
Might-
moving crazy, posting that stuff on the gram after with the
Yeah,
hand
he
and
was
stuff.
doing-
Like,
yeah,
I
4
thought
extra
that
ain't
shit was
forgetting
fake. To be honest, I thought they were the beef was kind of like, I don't know. I thought it was a little bit fake, but I don't know. He's moving crazy after what happened to 4 extra's hand. Coming back's crazy.
I mean, 4 extra himself said, right? He's still going to be, what is it? Still,
Brandon got a
still
water
putting
girl
belt to
bringing
ass.
him water throughout, and she can't bring him like multiple waters. It's got to be like spaced out. So
Ralphie threw my water in the
you
trash.
probably got to
go.
help
It
with
was
your
ready to go.
circulation by standing up, huh?
What happened?
Nothing.
That was crazy.
Wait.
4
what was
extras?
that?
No, I'm just-
What was I saying? Well, 4 extras, like, I guess for me, it's just almost like it's kind of interesting to consider the fact that it's like you guys were kind of working, you got a contract. Yeah, contract's not really worth anything, especially working with the street dude that's just going to say off. You can't really sue somebody
Go
that's
to jail whenever.
that's in the streets that don't care. But it's like, I guess it's just. Do you feel like maybe there's a version that you could negotiate? Maybe a 25,000 would be worth it to No Jumper for his first interview, or is that out the
Absolutely
window?
not. No, it's not
Real.
worth that much. No. It's
But he
not.
was doing numbers before, right? Before this happened, he was still getting numbers in the door.
25,000 is so much money.
What's the number that you would be happy to give?
The same one we were doing before. But I'm not. Either way, all I'm saying is that
Like,
I
come on,
fuck
man.
with him. But am I gonna like give him a huge bump in pay because he blew his hand off? I don't really understand that.
But
That
you've got to
doesn't-
admit the price gone up, right? He was
He's hot
national.
property
He's
for
national
sure.
news. You got to admit that his price went up, and maybe you do got to put in a little more to get this.
he is wise to play that card.
How
I'm
can
not. I'm not biting.
How can he? How can
He
his
can
pro-
get some money.
That's
For sure.
Yeah,
can
he should go get
he
it.
can get some
That's
and,
money.
and then he could come home, and then we could have another
That's like a-
conversation. But it might not be as good as it was before.
That's
you
like
might
a-
have f***ed up your prior deal by going somewhere else.
Do you think he could hold down a pod of his own? Like if you said, okay, well, here's the deal. We're going to give you a really nice amount. Your comeback's going to be on this pod, and it's going to be like an end of the day type thing. And you're gonna run this off the back.
In theory, I think that there could be something there. That being said, I do feel like I'm not really into the idea of just giving people shows. I think we all saw how that went with DW Flame and Brick Baby, where they were all of a sudden they were taking money from girls to come on and do wig infomercials. And like I'm not into giving anybody that much freedom on the platform. I feel like anything that we're going to do at this point needs to be a little bit more managed. It needs to be a little bit more controlled. Because all right, I'll give you an example. Is that at one point we tried to do the Crip Mac show, and we had Crip Mac reacting to different clips and videos, which, you know, a lot of people do that kind of content on YouTube. Even like Mr. Beast had like a reaction channel around the same time. So I'm thinking Crip Mac reacting to stuff is great. I don't think it didn't really work because it's like people wanted to see Crip Mac and me. So you have someone who's totally wild, crazy, funny, ridiculous, and then you have someone who's at least a little bit normal in the form of me. And that way, like, you have the crazy person playing off the sort of normal person. And I think that if it's just a crazy person being crazy the whole time, not to say that Forrest is just some crazy dude, but like, I wouldn't say that he naturally knows how to put a podcast together on his own. I feel like he's always going to have to be offset with somebody who can kind of like rein them in a little bit, because otherwise it's going to be like, you see this 3-minute clip, it's probably going to be like a 2 hours of that.